If you were like me growing up, it was pretty common to hear the phrase, "Don't forget to turn off the lights," and "close the door" thrown around. But to a kid, these seemed like meaningless sayings and didn't carry any weight. But how much energy does a light bulb really use? Well, it depends on the type of light bulb. There are three major types that are currently in use: incandescent bulbs, compact fluorescent light bulbs, known as CFLs, and light-emitting diodes, more commonly known as LEDs. To do a fair comparison, let's look at the amount of light they give off. This is measured in lumens. And for this comparison, we are going to use a value of approximately 820 lumens and compare it with their energy ratings measured in watts. The incandescent comes in at 60 watts, while CFLs use 13 watts and LEDs follow with 9.5 watts. Clearly, the LED is the most efficient. However, all these various bulbs have their individual flaws. A watt is a measure of power represented by joules per second. But to give you a better perspective on what exactly that means, let's look at it in terms of something we understand a little better. Performing some simple calculations, we can determine how much coal a single 60-watt light bulb would use if it were left on for a single year. First, we determine the energy by our selected light bulb over the span of a year, then divide it by the thermal energy of a coal base based on mass. This value must be multiplied by 40% as current limitations prevent a perfect conversion. Doing this, we can determine that a 60-watt light bulb would require around 427.3 pounds of coal, while CFLs and LEDs require 92.6 pounds and 67.7 pounds respectively. When discussing these types of resources, it is difficult to miss their contributions to pollution, including greenhouse gas emissions and nitrogen oxides. Clearly, improvements in our technology can reduce our energy requirements, but there still exists the need to produce more clean energy. According to studies, at our current rate, we will run out of our most common non-renewable resources such as oil and coal within the next 100 years. What are some solutions to these issues that I have brought up? Well, to start, changing our attitude towards wasteful energy consumption is an important factor in becoming more invested and thoughtful towards sustainable energy production and consumption. The move towards more sustainable sources of energy is critical for our future, and the shift is already underway. Looking at a smaller scale such as our province, we can see that we have made significant progress utilizing and producing cleaner energy, such as 23% from hydro and 12% from wind generators, and a big contributor being nuclear energy coming in at 35%. When we turn our focus to lesser developed countries or countries that are focused on industrialization, we see a large shift in the world's energy consumption towards non-renewable resources, as we can see in the graph. There is still hope, though, as renewable resources are experiencing growth worldwide, such as hydropower increasing by 30% between 2007 and 2015, and coal production decreasing by 22.8% in 2015. If we want a sustainable future and avoid an energy crisis, we need to continue to reduce our emissions and work towards change. Thank you for listening.